This last Sunday, Pastor was talking about how when the Israelites crossed the Jordan, they were told to each get a stone and build a monument so the kids would know what God had done for them. And the stone and the monument was still standing at the time of writing, sometime later. I don't know exactly when. But anyway, this didn't work out so well. They were supposed to tell the children what was going on. They didn't. And by the book of Judges, everybody is doing what's right in his own eyes. Now, there are 3 words that will kill history, even if history is taught to the children. And those 3 words are, you weren't there. Now, I've heard these a lot. I've heard of the silent generation doing it. I've heard the greatest generation. I've heard the boomers, and now the Gen X and even millennials are starting to do this, which seems ridiculous to me. Basically, we did this important thing back in the past, and you didn't. Now, I grew up with this, that we did this great farming. We did 2,000 acres in the 70s. You never did squat. And I first started to see the hole in this logic. I was watching the military channel in the early 2000s, boot camp. And you've got the drill sergeant is telling the young men after a hard day of training, we're the unit that went ashore on D-Day. Now, there wasn't a man in that room born in 1944. Their fathers may not have been born in 44. But they're that team. They did that. And they are part of this organization. And so when you're teaching history, you need to let the young people know that they are part of the continuing tradition. They aren't here to polish the monument to those who came before. But we all want to have our monument polished. We don't want to let go. We are the last people who know anything. I know how to use a library card catalog. I don't know where I'm going to find one this side of an antique store. I know how to set the weld wheels on the tub weld line. They scrapped it in 2009. That's real useful. I used to walk 10 feet through shag carpeting to change the channel. No, actually, I didn't. We didn't have shag carpet. But it's just, this sort of thing kills. I mean, they just want to take history and burn it if you give too much of this to the young people. Because why would I care? This is useless, and you're just insulting and basically a jerk. Now, I don't know if the Israelites did that, but I'd say the odds are pretty good.